very special is coming. Welcome! The spirits whispered you'd be coming, but they didn't mention you'd be this charming in person. Now, before you even think about saying a word, let me take a look at those hands. The lines never lie. Are you alright with a bit of touching? I've been told I'm very gentle. Don't be shy, I don't bite. I assure you, well, not unless I'm asked. Let's see what we have here. Fascinating. You must have had quite the journey to land here. Came by whispers, didn't you? People always find me that way. Whispers travel faster than any train. Train? Hold on. Have we met before? Your hands, they feel awfully familiar. Or maybe just interesting, very interesting. You've got a life that's never boring, that's for sure. Look at the fate line here. Twists and turns. Almost like you're running from one adventure to the next. And yet, your future, oh my dear, your future is as unpredictable as the wind. Although, if I dare say, I can see a few things. And don't worry, they're quite wonderful. Love. Yes, my dear, you'll be swept off your feet by someone when you least expect it, if you haven't already. Now, between us, a witch in love is far worse than a countess in love. Trust me, I know. Don't worry, darling, it's going to be fun. Curious. I keep thinking about train. Odd, isn't it? Why on earth would I be thinking about that? How did you find me? Most visitors find their way here because someone has whispered my name to them. We tend to attract all kinds here, you know. Skeptics, believers, nobles. Even the dearly departed pop in from time to time. Oh. Of course. This isn't just idle fortune telling, is it? It's one of those meetings. We'll tend to this shortly, darling. But I must say, you look wonderful for someone with such a difficult job. Although I must say, you also look like someone who drank their last cup of tea in a previous century. Before we proceed, I can't ignore the obvious. You got a little something clinging to you. I believe the technical term is time residues. Yes, it happens, especially to those who, shall we say, flirt with the boundaries of time itself. Don't worry, darling, I'll have you cleansed. There we are, brushing off those remnants of the past and future. Can't have you carrying all that weight on your shoulders. Yes, much better. I'm very pleased to have you here. This charming abode takes up the first floor, devoted entirely to my craft. Yet I must admit, navigating the expectations of polite society can be challenging. What I offer here, shall we say, does not always earn the approval of those who consider themselves the keepers of propriety. However, I have the favor of the Countess of Darrington herself, which keeps their tongues in check. Still, I find that discretion is vital in these matters. before we get into any business, I have a message for you. Something the spirits want me to tell you. I could simply tell you, but where's the fun in that? I think it's safer if I write it on your back. You never know who or what might be listening. Now let's see if you're paying attention. I'll write the first letter, and you tell me what it is. Ready? What do you think? Surely you can guess this one. A simple letter, darling. Not quite? Oh dear. Let's try again. Alright, this one's easier. You'll get this one. Huh? What do you think? It's the start of something important. Still nothing. Well, let's make it a little more obvious, shall we? And I'll give the word. It's something I'm sure you're familiar with. No? Figured it out yet? Huh. Must I keep you guessing all day? Alright. Let's not keep this box waiting any longer. While I open it, why don't you have some tea? I made it just before you arrived. Now let's see what we got in here. A riddle cube. Well, darling, it seems we'll need a little help. And I know just the place to ask. Shall we consult those who have already crossed the veil? Alright. Let's see if anyone's listening. If anyone's listening, give us a sign. A bit shy, are we? Let's try again. If you're truly with us, give a clear sign. Is someone here? Oh, there we are. Who are you? Ancient well, I guess it's the ancient tree. Alright, the ancient tree. How can we unlock the riddle and open that cube?
You need to be light as a feather to open the fruit.
A fruit? Could this little riddle box be the fruit? Of course. Your people must have pulled this thing from, well, somewhere beyond the veil. There it probably looks like a fruit, but here it's a puzzle, a riddle. And what do we do with the fruit? We get to the core, of course. That's where the answer lies. We just need to figure out how to peel away the layers and get to the center. Light as the feather. I know just the thing. I'm just searching for the appropriate piece. Not this one. This one is too big. this wax melts, it readies itself to take on what doesn't serve you. Those lingering shadows, hidden forces, melt and bend, prepare to take by flames of light what's yours to break. A little charm to get things started. Let the unseen weight, the influence on your spirit, mind, and body be drawn into this wax. Lift from soul, drift from skin, let all darkness draw within. Let the problem freeze and form. Now we'll do this twice more. 3 times for good measure, of course. Second pull, strong and clear. Let the weight disappear. From spirit, body, and thought, into the wax your burdens are caught. And now it hardens. All that hides and seeks to cling, let this final cast take everything. Now let it be sealed and cold. Now, my dear, do not touch them. The wax holds that we've drawn out. These unseen influences are best left there, where they are. Let's see how heavy it is. I'll utilize it later. I need some protection measures. Just put my fingers into special ashes. This keeps the touch safe. Nothing harmful can cling to me now. Let's see what our wax has to say. This one? You've been carrying burdens, heavy ones, both physical and spiritual. See this curve? Shows where still the weight of others has been pressing on you. You're holding more than just your own worries. But here's the smooth patch, like the start of something new. This tells me that relief is coming, unexpected help, perhaps from an old friend or a surprising ally, someone you probably haven't thought of. This one, oh, can you see these rough edges? They show obstacles, challenges you faced, but the shapes smooth out here and near the center. You've begun to shed some of what was weighing you down. These ripples, they speak of a journey, something you've been working toward, perhaps a mission not quite complete. You're nearly there, but not without a few more hurdles first. And finally, this one. This one is the most intriguing. Something unresolved. It's sharp, almost aggressive. You've got a confrontation, and if you want that directly to your work or your destiny. This isn't just about struggle, though. Here, spiral. It's telling you that you've been drawn into something deeper, a conflict that will take you in circles unless you keep your wits about it. A test, perhaps. You'll need more than just strength to overcome it. You'll need to stay sharp. Remember, darling, light as a feather. Alright, let's open that fruit. And you guide me, alright? this is the core. What is it? Mesmerizing. I have no idea what it is. It's beautiful and strange. You see, the fruit was from the other side, which means this core seed could mean many things. Perhaps it's something powerful, or simply a token from that world. Who's to say? Perhaps it's a light in the dark, something that will guide you when the path becomes unclear. Or it could be a key, unlocking some secret knowledge of your journey. You know how these things often work. What's simple in one world is often more in another, and vice versa. I wouldn't be surprised if in the world it came from, this was merely a torch. But then again, nothing's ever just a torch, right? Not when it's touched by otherworldly hands. Well, I'd keep it close if I were you. Whatever it is, it's bound to come in handy. I suppose you'll only find out when the time is right. And until then, darling, you'll just have to enjoy its glow. I have a few routine matters to attend to. Letters to write, messages for certain associates. All very official and terribly dull, I assure you. But you, my dear, deserve a moment to rest. You've had quite a journey, I can tell. That couch over there is positively calling your name. Just sit back and relax for a while. I'll be over here, handling business of correspondence. Don't hesitate to rest your eyes if you're feeling a bit tired. This little nook has a way of lulling people into a pleasant nap. Although I suppose your line of work rarely allows for such luxuries.